Hey, boys and girls, Lucky here and welcome back to another Valorant video. Many people ask me if 3 bomb sites, A, B and C right here, are gonna be too much for the game. Now I know we're all coming from CS, this is why I already prepared a couple of popular CS maps. We got those 2 right here. We got Mirage and Cache right here as well. But first, let's talk a little bit about Valorant. First and foremost, I think something you have to keep in mind. Right here, obviously, maybe here, probably here, and let's say here and there are gonna be the areas where in the beginning of the game, like the part is just blocked off by like a force field or something, like right here, force field, you get that? So you get enough time to set up. Now, of course, many people were worried about having 3 objectives and that being too much. Now, let me show you something. We got 2 right here on A, like right here and right here, right? We got this guy, and then of course, one is kind of like holding connector. I'm not sure if he's like A, if he's going to be on B or on C, or if he's just like staying like in between that part. And one on C. But essentially it's almost like 2, 1, 2. You're with me? Okay, let's go to Dust 2. Now in Dust 2 you could of course have like different things to how you set it up, but you could say you have like 2B, one is holding mid, and you have like one you have like could put him like here if you don't want to push him up there. So essentially got 2, 1, 2. Does this look familiar? 2, 1, 2. Okay, let's go down. Let's actually take a look at Mirage right here. Now Mirage, again, you probably have like 2 on A, 1 right here in window, then probably 1 in connector. Okay, again, very similar to what we've seen in Valorant. And 1 on van maybe, or if he's pushing up or just staying here, you know what I mean. So essentially we have like 2 towards one side, 1 in the middle, and then again another 2 on this side. Sounds familiar? If we look up right here, 2, 1, 2, or in this case like these 2. Okay, let's go down. We have Cache right here. How would you usually position your people? You could have like 2 on A right here, maybe 2 on B like so, and then maybe put 1 in middle. Of course you could also just like take 1 off B and put him right here, it doesn't really matter, but you get the point. 2, 1, 2, always the same. Now why do we have 2 on each bomb site and 1 in middle? This should be fairly self-explanatory for CS maps because the objectives obviously are right here. Oh, so I'm sorry. Haven't played CS in a while, haha. B and A right here, of course. Get that? Easy, right? So what we have, of course, we have more people on each side. Now, if the people were to attack, because people also, I would assume, are thinking about, if you look at the map, there are many more pathways. So let's take a look at Dust 2, right? Let's compare these two. In Dust 2, you can go through A long to the side. That's your main way to A. You can go to B right here. And many people were saying that Valorant is probably going to be all about rushes and way more fast-paced. However, I think yes, more fast-paced for sure. More about rushes? No, I would not think so. Because we got like these setups, right? Which I would assume make rushing actually harder, I think. But I think rushing for like the gameplay preview of Valorant was mainly because the 3 bomb sites. Now take a look at this. You can go to A and to B, right? Now if you do not have mid control, that's the only way you can get there. And if you do it like this, that's like a rush, right? B rush, A rush. Now if we take mid control, we can also walk up like stairs and go over short, right? Or you can even walk into the spawn, come from CT ramp, you can approach B from this side. If you get mid control right here, you can also send one back through tunnels. This enables you, again, once you got mid control right here, enables you to use more pathways to take control over a site, like A or B right here. Let's take a look at our favorite map, Mirage right here. Here we got the T's, they're spawning. And again, just for reference, even Valorant, I will just call them T's and CTs because it's easier. So you got one main way if you want to go to B, right? Hello. You got one main way to A. I guess you could argue they're kind of like 2 on Mirage. And that's pretty much it. But again, if you got mid control, you can go through connector, You can move over here. You can throw down on here, go up there. You can boost someone up in window and they come like all the way through spawn maybe, or from behind here. Again, many more options are available to you if you do it like that. Now, let's, again, another example just to make it really clear so everyone understands this. You can go to A from this. Again, maybe through squeaky, a little like that, right? But essentially that's like your main entrance to A. Through B. That's how you get to B. That's it. But again, if you got mid control, and I'm really trying to make mid control important here, you can also go through vents. You can move up here through ramp. You can go here, almost towards like city spawn, come from behind from this side and there, or from this side, right? So again, more options. You got more options. This is essentially what it boils down to, right here. Because I think what many people are complaining about or like worried about, let's say worried, are more options. You got this pathway. So let's say A rush through A long. Let's call this A long. Right here. Then the other way to A. Like this. Two options, right? Sounds familiar? If we got mid control in CS, we usually also get two or more options to get to a site. Like A right here, right? Through long, over short A. If you push through there, you could also go CT ramp, maybe not the best data, but you get what I mean. Two options right here. Now, if you want to go to B, you can go through here, right? Or you can move, I guess, through here. Again, two options to get to a bomb site. Again, B, A, and C. Now, if you want to take C, you probably go all the way around here. Again, one way, or if you use this connector part, two ways to a bomb site. Now, that's why it's not gonna be as chaotic as you think. Let's say, however, this was a CS map, right? So we're back in CS, guys. So this is A, this is B, this is just mid. It's no bomb site, no objective. Very important. Then you can go on through here, through here, through here. Sounds familiar? Not that different, right? Or if you want to go to B, again, this one, through this one, you can also move down and come from behind, like so. Or if you got through this part, you can then again just use either this or this way to get onto the side actually. Now, if you had this right here, this one, as a CS map, probably too many ways, but again, it's all about mid control that you would have to take. Essentially, what I think is going to be in Valorant, even though the gameplay is going to be faster, it's going to be more about retaking and rotating than just holding the site. Because you got more options to move. Because you can, let's say, again, delete that. Because you can, when you're being attacked, you can move back here, here. You can go through this side. And again, usually why you have like two people on each side in CS is because obviously they're the sites, so you want to defend them, and one in mid. So you want to deny them this additional option to get to the site. Now in Valorant, it looks like this kind of works, and the thing is why this also works, so you could also have like three in B, or just like one on each side, and then having one person playing the connectors, so you can faster rotate. So let's say you got one right here, or like one of these guys who's just holding towards A long. Then you have like one staring down the connector. You have one right here just staring down through middle. You have one in this connector looking up through here. Or let's say he's waiting here and looking up, so you can see all this way. And you got one on C who will just look in this direction. You can cover all the options like this, which I would assume might be a setup that could be popular in Valorant, so I think that's most likely how they're going to set up. And of course you want to position yourself in a way, and with the abilities, yada yada yada, in which you can safely fall back, then rotate, wait for a retake, stuff like that. And overall, that works. Again, for a CS map, might be too many ways, but since we have three objectives, again, A, B, and C, it's not gonna be too clustered, because you essentially still only get the same axis. Again, one here, one there, right? Then, if this was a CS map, you could say mid control, not a pathway opens up, not a pathway opens up. This is not mid control. If you're already here, you're going to plant right here, right? So this little bomb, tick, 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 you know? There's nothing else to be done. There's no weird like moving around from the back and stuff like that. I would not assume, at least. And again, also just in terms for retaking, let me check. Let's say they took B right here, right? And you fall back. How many options do you have to take? You can take from here, and if someone rotates, also from here. Due to the ways being shorter, or let's say better connected through the connectors like this in this area, I think it's more likely that you, for a retake, will have more options for retaking. Let's say you have like you want to retake right here, A, right? You can go through long, kind of tricky, through short, kind of decent, through CT, mediocre option, right? Now, let's say, again, for A, retaking, you can go through palace, you can go up the ramp, you can go through connector, or I guess if they walk around all the way, Mirage may be a little different of an example. You got also more retake options on this one. However, CS is usually like A has more options for retaking, B is a little harder. So in B you got like these three, again, which is more in line with what we have. So essentially everything is going to be a little more like that, I would assume. And again, retaking B right here, again, let's call vent also one, so you got 4 options right here. Retaking A you can, if you rotate all the way around from like middle or something. Got again 1, 2, and then 3, let's call squeaky also 1, 4. So in general, I don't think the gameplay, just from the way the map is structured, is not gonna be that different actually. Again, I think it's gonna be faster. It's not gonna be faster due to rushes, but due to better rotating, I think, or let's say faster rotating and more retaking of sites than just simply trying to hold them, since you have more options to enter a site right in again. So you got 4 theoretically for A right here, 3 for mid, and then I got another 3 for C, which is not that different. And again, also the way in how you set up your defense right here, you got like 2 here, 1 here, and 1 here, or you can just like 2 here, and just take one of them off and just put them into connector position. Same goes for like this dude right here. Let's put him into connector position, and our other dude also away like right here. Sorry, I'm a little sick. So you can cover all the entrances, right? So once you get then information, you see people are coming, you call, okay, 2 are here, you fall back towards the side, maybe play from the safe spot, you know 2 are coming. Other guy can try to play from here if he has no info. Then again, someone rotates over from this side, maybe another one rotates over from here, well, let's say here. Many options for rotating. I think it's more about rotating, essentially what it boils down to, not about rushing. Again, especially since I think in the beginning there will be enough time to actually set up, like, because you got those barriers, right? Not sure how these work yet, but you definitely cannot like go through. You can only see through, as far as I know. So you got enough time to properly set up. So I don't think rushes are gonna be that important, because in CS right here, the way it's balanced, or like, the way it's balanced is by distance, right? CTs are very close to their sites. Ts have to walk a lot longer to get to the site, right? In Valorant, I think, like the distance, of course, same kind of thing. Like the CT spawn is a lot shorter than, let's say, like from T spawn all the way here. But I think these barriers are going to be an important role to actually not make the game very rush heavy, but more about rotating. So yeah, I think it's been all for now. I hope I wasn't too rambling. Sadly, again, my first audio didn't record, so I had to re-record this video. I hope I did not forget anything. If I did, let me know in the comment section below. But I think it's pretty short for now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and let's go flicker out.